bonsoir, and welcome to the weekly stream. So today we are fresh in the 5-Dan League, and we'll try to climb that up to where we basically are able to reach. So let's go for the first game of the day, and we'll play a 6-Dan, so that's getting serious, and we play that with Cho, which is good. All right.
Okay, let's go.
So we go for the classic same side elephant. Hello, Janggi, welcome. And he went for the knight directly. That cannon. I'm not sure if the theory is to. Okay, I play safe. I'm not sure if the theory is to open up there or simply to bring the cannon. Okay, so that's a Mio-san player. So I better go to play with both my cannons in the center. Yeah. Okay. Get some space for that elephant. So that will force a reaction basically. And I can't move the rook because the cannon comes and that's bad. Bad news. So if I want to do something there, I need to at least develop the elephant before or bring some protection. Okay, I would say that's a mistake if I'm not wrong. Yes, that will force the knight and leave the, I would say, classic pinning situation. That will give me more space to play with. More space and PCs. Yeah, Quima de Quima and Myon-san, which means elephant in the middle. So cannon takes, rook takes, cannon jump on the side, pawn there, knight. Yeah, that should be working. I think he messed up his opening. That's something that happens sometimes. I do it, but there, or I'm up a knight like for free, or he gets to take with the rook, and that will be answered by bringing the cannon. Okay, that's a funny move. I like it. Look there. Cannon back. Cannon back. Cannon 99. Yeah, rook takes, and I get some pinning. There's no reinforcement that can come yet. I'm more looking on stuff like this. Sorry, rook there. I think I prefer because takes and I'm not pinned anymore. I regain the mobility, and if the cannon goes back to threaten me, then simply elephant takes, check. That's maybe forking the rook and the king, or yeah, that's the safest option for him. So I had to get rid of that pawn. So basically we are up a pawn for a knight. Yes. But we have elephant takes, pawn takes, cannon check, which will be a great move. Okay. There was a trap if he was taking. I will show you after. Okay, so this is controlled. Okay, so the idea is that if I don't do that, he may bring the pawn back to the center, and I will be kind of helpless with that elephant. Rather now, I can get some interesting square for my rook. I just need to pay attention to that. Hello, Diamondbacks, welcome. Yeah, that's the trap we need to pay attention. But the counterpart is that we may have almost a checkmate, because since we removed the elephant, there is one piece less in the central file, therefore putting even more pressure, right? So both of the elephants are pinned, and I think that's time to, yes, develop that one, because now our other rook may get into the play. There's no need, I think, to castle yet, because there's no cannon nor pieces coordinated, and our pawns are holding quite well against that mess. Okay, take, that's not doing anything. So yeah, we go there and there, and that should be enough to get the pawn, I think. Hello Petrus, long time no see, welcome here. Alright, so we got a lot of pressure on that isolated pawn. That was also the idea behind removing our elephant. And now we should be way ahead, because that's 3 points for the knight against the pawn. And now that's even more another pawn. Check. And then I have to fear if he opens both of the sides. So maybe there's no rush to take that. Cannon there. Yeah. I'll simply link the pawn and prevent. I don't want both of his rooks on the second side. Both side of my fortress. Even if the cannon is not really coordinated yet. Yeah, I saw that you asked me on Facebook. I'm not really active yet, but that's a good way to message me if you need so. Okay, opening the file. Rook check. Quad there, and that's holding while there's no other rook. So we could take with the elephant or with the rook, but it seems to be stronger with the rook. Okay, I'm expecting rook check. right? We may have one day that small threat, who knows? But see, for example, that guard, there is strong chance that it will be pinned if an elephant moves, and that we could take it. So now I have a choice, and I think I prefer to kind of bring that knight a bit more passive for a few moves, but prevent the rook from entering there. There's no elephant sacrifice that could work or tear apart my pawn defense. Alright, they could be this, but as we will see, that's there is some flaw in that defense. So rook there, cannon here. It's a bit annoying. So I go for rook here. So we could think about that move that would threaten both rooks. Sorry, in the other side. No, but rook takes elephant, and that's over. So there, elephant takes is answered by rook takes checkmate, or the other rook, because the guard is pinned. Yeah, I knew that was coming at some point. Now if elephant there, that's still checkmate for me. So it's time to use that elephant to actually chase that guard. That's the risk of playing Miosan and not having pawns for him to help defend that. And he had no time to play this. I mean, he couldn't pin right now, but I take the elephant against the guard, and that will be very hard for him to defend against both of the rooks and the cannon. And in the long run, I have some push with my pawns that will head in the fortress. And that will be complicated if you want my opinion. But we reach a level where I need to keep my focus until the very last end of the game, and the risk is of course to blunder. Alright, he catch up on time with me. Oh. Okay. So basically I could do that. King there. Check. But once I check, I have both of my rooks threatened. Okay.
10초 남았습니다.
Maybe that was working, but I had some issue if after a series of moves, like coming back to check, there were those attacks remaining, like the knight and the elephant on both of my rooks, and I would lose a rook. So that's of course what I wanted to avoid. So is there a way to pass to that side of his defense? I think yes.
10초 남았습니다.
Because both of the guards are on the right side, so that will be quite awkward for him to defend from the left side. he cannot take there because this is pinned. And now, yeah, we'll have a good time maybe trying to pick that cannon while all is for now defended. I'm not so afraid of him trying to push to my fortress because that will bring his defense too weak. About the elephant, I'm not sure. We'll analyze that after, but I had some concern after a few moves that I would be hanging a rook in the end. But we'll see that. So that was move 47. That's something we'll check in the analysis. I think that's pretty safe here. So yeah, maybe that was better, but I didn't want it to push the risk because I saw some counterplay. Alright, so he bought some extra time. And we'll just... Okay, so that's to prevent rook check, but I think there's no easy answer to rook there, because once again, everything is pinned on his side, so there's no way for him to protect the knight. There's no counterplay, so I think that's GG soon. Depends if he resigns or try to push that to the checkmate or to the very end, but my position is very solid here. There's no way for him to play with that rook. There's no way to basically do anything. Yeah, because even that guard is pinned. I forgot that, but that's a good news. Alright, 30 seconds. We'll see. Okay, the knights come back, but there's a checkmate in 2 moves. I give you a few seconds to think about it. But the idea is,
10초
as we
남았습니다.
mentioned before, the guards are isolated and we were able to attack from both sides. So basically that check, king there, and rook checkmate depends. We could also think about rook there, knight here, rook takes, checkmate. But yeah, that's game over.
10초 남았습니다.
Okay. And yeah, I've been working with a friend also on the interface, so now while I play, there is a computer analyzing, and the graph you can see at the bottom left is the advantage along the moves. So, and it's clamped at +6 and -6, so we can see that I had the advantage the whole game. The early game calculation by the AI is slightly inaccurate because that's only 10 seconds that while it's swapping from red, but it's still close to 0, and we'll see the blunder. So at move 49, yeah, here we were thinking about elephant takes. So my concern about that elephant move was like king there. So let me check. Oh, so he doesn't care. Oh, I was thinking that I needed to retreat. So okay, that check. And now you can see that I have two rooks that are threatened, and it simply takes a rook, and I'm down a rook. That's what I wanted to avoid more or less. But I haven't considered like giving the cannon. That's really a bot move. I don't see what's pushing the pawn is so good. Okay, let's just see for a few moved variation. Oh, okay. But why not simply cannon takes directly? Alright, that could have been an idea. I forgot that I could bring the cannon out of the central file. So knight take, and you have a pretty strong advantage here. Okay, so back to the main line. We can see that yep, I was already far ahead. Okay, here I probably missed. Okay, so there, Jersey, your idea was cannon 99, but I think rook takes. Yeah, make it, and there, if I move the rook, then the cannon is hanging, and otherwise that's a bit awkward. Of course, okay, cannon there, because that's Myosan, and after that cannon is unpinned. That's a nice idea. Should think more about playing laterally my cannon when it's Myosan, because that's the advantage of the position. Alright, so I see, and the line we went for, it's plus 3. Okay, your line was slightly better. And the computer line, so that's cannon takes, so that's basically two knights for a cannon. Yeah, which is something appreciated. There, recycling. Yeah, so cannon there is a huge blunder compared to cannon here. Sorry, to cannon here. Because yeah, once elephant takes, that's forking. And if pawn takes, then the cannon is hanging, while when the cannon is there, that's blocking the elephant, so there's no fork that holds. Okay, so we could get the lead in the game and keep it until the very end. Of course, a few not optimal moves has been played, but that was enough to get to the win. So let's go for another one. That's time 5 dan Pardorar. Okay. And we get approximately the same elo. So let's go again. Okay, that's side elephants against inner elephants, which is the position I play almost every time when I'm Han. Okay. Yeah. Rook there. I like to bring the rook there. Found that a solid position on the side where there's not so much pieces. And on the other side, I'm also pretty fine with that. So we expect something like the elephant there, and now the rook comes to hold that little pawn. The elephant sacrifice is not so advised. It's a bit too early, but at the same time, there is the push that can choke the elephants that won't have the vital space to do whatever they want. So I'm playing more aggressive with the push. I also could think about castling or things like that, but yeah, let's keep aggressive. So yeah, I was wondering because he opened both of the columns and he wasn't using the rooks. So I could push, that's for sure. Because yeah, okay. Let's do that. The key in the situation is not to take the elephant directly, but basically wait, keep the pressure, and keep the space and optimize the incoming attack after that. So rook there, that threatened the pawn, so if the elephant is answered by pushing the pawn. Right. So there's a slight trap, let's say, cannon here. Therefore he takes, I take, and he finally takes the pawn, which is 7 points for 7 points, but a lot of waste from my side. Because now if he takes, I can take back with the knight, and that's the same issue for him. So of course, sooner or later I will be interested in bringing my cannon to the fortress, but not yet. I will need to take before, and that will be great because that will be less and less pieces between my cannon and his king. Okay, so we are slightly heading to a classic defense, maybe bringing back the cannon if I have the time, maybe not. I can't say yet. But for him now the outcome is to find a good plan of attack or defense, and by experience I know that's not easy to find in his position because those elephants are more frustrating than anything else. Okay, so now there's no take directly. Right, I'll also secure my king. Hello, do you have any plans to become a professional chess player? You are so good at Janggi. When you mean chess player, you mean Janggi or Western chess? A cannon there, and that's probably to recycle to that file. But I can simply claim the contest that we take, and that will leave. Yeah, okay, I'm fine with that. Or so rook takes. That's cannon there. Check, and I'm holding my rook dead. So yeah, retreating. There's no shame about doing that. Okay. It will be an interesting situation. Let's think about cannon there. I move back and I move there. But to answer your question, it depends what you mean by professional. To live from that is a huge challenge. In current chess, I don't think that's possible, and in Western chess, that's too much work. And no, I did some competition when I was younger, but that's too risky, and that's something I want to dig in for a living activity. But if at some point I have more time, yeah, trying to dig more and progress is a part of the plan. Oh no, there. So you have to. Okay. So my issue was elephant there, take, and he takes, as I said before, and he could take that pawn in the end. So I would lost my advantage. While since I exchange now, I'm okay if he goes for variations like that. Even though that's not the best set you want. Okay, so from what I calculated, rook there, cannon takes, and rook back here. I think that's winning in the long run, but that's the long run. Well, yeah, actually I come from the Western chess community. When I was younger, I did some competitions, and I also got a few prizes, but I mean, in Western chess, to reach even better levels, you need to dig a lot in theory and reading and those kind of things. And to be honest, I find that quite boring. I prefer going and play by intuition. Anyway, that's hard work to reach a good level in whatever topics. Yeah, no, that's not a priority. But I could get some use of that because when I learned Janggi, I could use what I knew from chess and transfer a lot of that knowledge. Okay, so I have to consider him playing with his cannon. Alright, my idea at some point is give some space for my elephant to... Oh, that was the idea. Okay, I missed that. Shame. Okay. So if rook there, then the cannon jumps over. That's not the way to go. All right. Sorry. Now the difference is rook there. That's a discovery, and there's no way for him to go back there. Change rook. Oh, you mean rook there? If he takes, knight takes, and that's working. Maybe. I messed up. I messed up something. Yeah, now the so I'm a point behind a pawn, sorry, because of that blunder. Yeah, thanks. I think a difference I have with the Quran is that I don't know the theory. I go by intuitions. I spectated a few games, but maybe I come with some chess consideration that are proven to be useful or a bit shaky for Korean players. I think that's playing in my yeah, for me. Meh. Okay, I don't really know where to go from here. Yeah, naturally I most of time go for the risk for two reasons. The first is that that's something I like, and the second one is that Korean chess is more set for rapid or semi-rapid games, and slight mistake can be recovered because the time control is quite fast, rather in slow, long, like classic chess. Those mistakes cannot be recovered. That's also something that made me swap to Korean chess. That there's no like slow, very slow games. I mean, in my knowledge. Hello, Jecho. Welcome here. All right, so that's I don't know what to think about that because the knight has no like good squares. Need to go here. Now maybe I would yeah, bring the cannon back. I think then if I move the rook there, then cannon here is a problem. Maybe claiming the column for exchange like rook there. So for people who don't know Korean at all,
10초 남았습니다.
is the particle you add after the name, and 안녕하세요 means hello. So they are basically greeting each other. Okay, and my opponent also buys some time. Oh. Okay. I'm I'm not sure that was such a great move what he played. Our knight is covered in case he wanted to sacrifice. So yeah, now he's back. I can't do that. That's for sure. I can't take because I'm dead if I do so. But I can try to focus back my attack on that side of the board, targeting that fairly isolated pawn. Okay, so I can take that with a cannon. Yes. And we take back the lead. Alright, now that's a pawn defense that we have to deal with. Rook there. There's no sneaky stuff. We'll have some push coming at some point, but yeah, I mean, that rook is pinned under a cannon and doing nothing, so better exchange it. Alright, that wasn't something I estimated so much, but he played a lot of moves with that rook to save the cannon, and the consequence is that the rook is slightly out of play, and I could use that with my both rooks to put some pressure and get something back. I'm not sure if him giving the elephant was the best idea. We'll check that in the analysis, but yeah, you know, we take those. Okay, so that will be isolating a pawn on the side of the board, so yeah, that's something I go for without so much considerations. I could go for, yeah, something like that, but alright. I'll try to prevent that cannon from entering, and if he want to chase me, no, he can't. Cannon takes. I need to move the knight or to push to move the knight, another threat. So that will take a few moves. During that time, I will go with my rook and try to pick that one up. Or is that a good idea to go for the exchange? The material is balanced. Our pawn structure is okay, but we have a not so solid center. But we are able to exchange that. Yeah, okay. We take those. If he refuses the exchange, he's losing tempo and more or less the pawn. Yeah, we knew that was arriving. But no, I'm really thinking about sacrificing. Yep, sorry. Yeah, I think I'll do so because my cannon won't do so much, and I still keep my slight advantage. Okay, I was expecting the knight to take that, but I mean, I won't complain. So pawn push. Sorry, he pushes. I retreat, I retreat, I retreat. Okay, there was too much risk because if he forced my elephant out, I have only bad squares, namely here and there. So I have to chase and take back the lead with
10초
that
남았습니다.
material, and that's the idea. Okay, I'm expecting that. If I push, he has to move the cannon to some place.
10초 남았습니다.
Okay. I think cannon there is the best. Okay, or exchanging back. Ouch, but no. Yeah. So if I go somewhere else, then my cannon is dead. I have to give that pawn. That's a messy endgame I'm doing. Right, I need to pay attention about potential checkmates since hello, Mokona. Yeah, I'll be passing by.
10초 남았습니다.
I was there last Wednesday, but I didn't wrote anything. You can count on me to be there Monday. Oh, this no prob. So I'm trying basically to bring back my cannon there to trap the pawn. But the counterpart is that knight there, check, and the cannon is pretty well lined up against me. So that's something to
10초
take
남았습니다.
in consideration. But now, I mean, I try to risk my cannon there and eat that pawn. Hello, Sikunol. 87, 80, sorry, 17, 13. Yeah, that's the idea, to take back the pawn. But my issue is that knight there, cannon there, knight check, king here, and pawn there will do a discovery. Oh, okay. I think. Oh yeah, okay. Can we do some?
10초 남았습니다.
Well, I mean, I have to take that. Knight there. Cannon back, so somewhere. I think I'm dying on that. Yeah. So check. Yeah, that's better to have the cannon there, but no. If king here, I can hope for something. But even in the long run, I mean, that's directly in the sight of the knight. Yeah, knight there, if cannon there, knight check. 64, 76. Yeah. Okay. I think there was better moves for him. If I take back the lead by not so much, but to defend, that's
10초 남았습니다.
check. It's useless. I mean, I have to take, but yeah, I take the lead, but those are losing situations, sadly. I don't like that isolated pawn. It's more of a handicap than anything else. Right? Yeah. And I want to retreat it so that it could be protected by my cannon, but I'm expecting to lose at least a guard for pawn. that still leave me half a point ahead. But after that, I'm not sure there is a... Okay, for now, I wait there. That's 114 moves. Okay, I was thinking about simply passing. That could have been a solution also. Knight there. Knight here, that won't be a fork. Okay, we can see where this is leading. Check. Go back there. Push. I think this...
10초 남았습니다.
So my goal is to waste moves so that I reach 200 before he's able to enter my base. To be honest, I think a good idea for him would be to bring a pawn there and the other pawn here, both pawns, and the knight also, and climb in the corner. Yes. Right. Okay, then bon appétit, we say in France. Here in France it's 11 a.m., so not yet. If I go back, yeah, if I otherwise he would check, I come back and he enters the fortress, while here that guard will defend when a check comes. I don't think I have real motivation to push. The good idea is that will be far between the knight and my fortress, so that means less fork. Yeah, no, I still think that's better, because I may force him to waste I don't know, 1 or 2 moves. So knight there, cannon there, quad here, cannon there, and yeah, sounds fine.
10초 남았습니다.
Yes. Okay. I bring that far from the knight. Okay. Pawn there. Cannon to the side, and we are for another round of holding. The difference is that we are 20 moves closer to the finish. Okay, that would be... Oh! Maybe... No, that looks like a silly trap to push, because there's no sense doing that. Okay. That's guard for now, but I think he will link. Okay. Yeah, I prefer to come back. I don't get what's his idea. "60 moves? That's a long and a short run at the same time. Oh, okay, so now he is thinking about that idea of bringing to the side.
10초 남았습니다.
There. Shit. I did something not great. If I go there, there is a fork, so I'm dead. Looks like that's the best way to come down. If I go there,
10초 남았습니다.
no, that's bad. Okay, at least if the knight goes there, that's not threatening the pawn. Yeah, I know that had to happen sooner or later. If I ignore, he takes, I take.
10초 남았습니다.
That's pretty meh. Okay. And now king there doesn't work because there is a stupid knight.
(10초) 남았습니다.
Yes. So I don't want the pawn to enter in the fortress, definitely. What I would like is him to push, because the pawn is super weak once it's pushed. I can go there and I'm fine. There. Alright, 45 moves. Well, I'm not sure we'll hold the run. We have... Yeah, knight there is painful. Okay. Cannon there. Sorry, knight there. Pawn to the middle, and he cannot go there because cannon takes. I don't know where this is leading. I think I can hold it, but knight check. Yeah, if I push knight there and my cannon is dead, it's not like I have a choice. Cannon there, that forces knight here. Sorry, cannon here. Okay. Maybe I should, if I have time, even hide my pawn to those squares. Cannon the fifth file, probably you mean. That that's an idea. To be honest,
10초
I don't really
남았습니다.
know. I think that's safer to use the diagonals because that's more mobility. Yeah, I think I will put my pawn there so that it will be safe. Useless, but safe. Okay, there cannon takes, and I'm fine, and I don't see anything else right now. Pushing will. I think we get that. Oh yes, that's good. And that's GG because we are both below 10. So as soon as he plays a move, the game is over, and that's little half point get us to the victory. And if we look at the score bar, it's like the computer says that the whole final session is slightly better for blue. Let's just go to a yeah, slightly better. I don't know. In a Western chess, all position when there is 7 piece or less are tabulated, and you know if it's a theoretical win or draw or lose. I know Janggi, I'm not sure that exists. Wait, there is more than 7 pieces, but that's something useful. Okay, let's go back to the blunders. Yeah, I kind of messed up the follow at some point. No, I don't think there is the problem with the computer. I just yeah, we know here that blue was already winning. Okay. So knight there. Okay, but I didn't like knight there because pushing the pawn. No, I think the computer is fine. What up? Yeah, pushing the pawn, retreat the elephant, and that's a bad square. I mean, I could try things. But the computer prefers that compared to sacrificing the elephant. Alright. Yeah, so when I did that, he had to, if my calculation were right. Yeah, that was a better idea. Sack the elephant against pawn. If I don't take, he has the guard, so I have to take. And after that, link the pawn. That's better than giving directly the elephant, of course. Yeah, then that's +1. And before that, I want to know here minus Yeah, that gives better. I don't know why the arrow is not. But bringing the rook, and here the move is bring the cannon. Okay, that's not the same, but that shouldn't be a big deal. Oh, that's a big deal actually. Okay, I see the idea. So bring the cannon there, bring the rook there to save the cannon, and bring the guard. Yeah, that's the difference, because now the cannon is dead. So my intuition was good, because there was a way to trap the cannon when he took the elephant, but I didn't find the way, and the way was to use that rank. Yeah, +2. And we would have good counterplay on the left wing. So that was the road to go, but we managed to hold yeah, complicated defense. Alright, so that's 2 victory up for us. Yep, sorry. And we'll go for a next one. Let me just refresh something. All right. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Yep, sorry, I have to. Yeah, I don't know. Inner elephant against inner elephant. Let's go for a game against another 5 dan. Okay, cannon to the center, quite usual for now. I gave both of the files this time. Not sure that's the way to go, but I will actually control back one. Yeah, elephant takes. Okay, rook there. So I'm offering a discovery, but that's not an issue. Alright, now we are looking for the threats. Knight here to name it. Not so sure about that, but knight takes doesn't work. I can take with the pawn because my cannon does the defense. Okay, that's something. I'm not sure what I'm doing right now. It's not looking great. If I come back there, I'm threatening the elephant. That's true. Take. Okay. Rook takes elephant. Pawn takes, and that's not great. Knight take looks weird because elephant goes back, and after I'm losing something. So looks like I don't have a choice. Oh, it takes with the rook. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong, but I would say I prefer that. Check. Yep. So rook check. If I bring back the pawn, the guard, sorry, then a knight here, and that's not an easy business to defend. So I go for that. I leave him with knight there, and I more or less have to sacrifice the cannon. But he's quite empty on that side of the board. Nope. Oof. No, that works. Okay, I gave a lot of score. Rook check. No, that's not doing anything. Come on. What is that? Knight to the center. That's never a good idea. But I don't see. I don't see another way right now. Yeah. Okay. So I could bring back the elephant there to I need to keep an eye on that square, otherwise I'm dead. Yes. But bringing the elephant here allows me to retreat there, which is good. I'm not sure what he tried, because my knight sacrifice was to get rid of all the pawn, but I had no material continuing, while here, since I could keep the elephant, I have slight hopes of counterplay. Yeah. Or no. Take. Take. Rook there. There is the trap of but he comes back. I think that's a better move, because that elephant is doing a very good job. Yes, maybe now. Okay, he doesn't fall for that. Rook there. Yeah, cannon there was a better move for him, I think. Because if take, then cannon takes. So I'm only half a point behind. That's less than expected. That will force a reaction, but my fortress is an awful mess. Okay, push, rook there. Sack. Okay, rook there will be annoying if I try something. Let's force the rook back. But once I develop... Oh, yeah, I forgot that square. That's not very good news.
10초 남았습니다.
Right, the idea is to link the pawns. And exchange that rook. So if it takes the elephant, then I have rook takes cannon check, and I take the rook. Alright. That's still not a great position. So cannon takes this.
(10초) 남았습니다.
Okay, I have to try that. I think that could work. Right. Yeah, no, it doesn't work so much. That's check.
(10초) 남았습니다.
Rook takes. Yeah, he doesn't fall for the trap.
(10초) 남았습니다.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's rook there doesn't work. Okay, I have to buy some time. Elephant check on the side. Rook goes there. We threaten a checkmate in 2. Elephant check. Yeah. And knight here, because by bringing the knight, if elephant check, this is not anymore a defending move. But so we could. That's a dangerous idea. Check there. 76, 75. Yeah, I know. What is the idea? But I'm leaving that check. That may be dangerous. So check. It's there. And I do it after. And that's dead. Yeah. I mean, I think that works. Yeah, so the idea was good, but the intermediary elephant move makes it for sure working. Probably it was working directly, but slightly more dangerous because that's rook check, the king is forced there, and there may be quickly those kind of mates. So here, the mistake is to be afraid. Okay, there's nothing that can be put there, and there's no like rook checkmate, rook here. Does nothing. Okay, and he resigns. Let's check. Okay, we steal that game according to the graph. We clearly deserved to lose that, but holding strong. There was a huge blunder for him a few moves ago. Okay, so there. No. Here maybe +1. The graph of a stealing victory. 0.9. Sorry, that's a pretty new tool and there is still some bugs. Because, yeah, here. Okay, when I bought some time that made a little bug in the graph. But the trend is still good. So we could conclude that. Sorry. Messed up. Yeah, the mistake comes. I think that move is the mistake. Yep. And bringing the elephant is the computer move. So my first idea was this. To trap the elephant. And if he goes back, there is a checkmate. Okay, so that's recovering some score, but that's not as better as this. Because, yeah, there is that check. And yeah, complicate. Because that's painful to defend, I mean. But after, how do you stop the guard for going there and the cannon? I don't know. The bots know precisely. I just check that. Oh, that's check. Nice. Yeah, and that gives a few more tempo, but... And this holds. Yeah, okay. I can see that. My mistake, I think, was very early in the game, because I don't know what I did with the opening. But I know for sure I was in a bad position very early in the game. Like, yeah, here. That's already messy. Alright. Okay, the idea was to let him go. Let's say but what happens there? Because that's a lot of threats on that little guy. That's 3 threats. He doesn't care. Right, so that's a defense because the cannon defends the knight, but that's something I'm most of time afraid of because you cannot put any cannon or nothing. But the bot idea was to move the guard so that if there is a check, I don't need to put a cannon, but I can hide my king and I would say take care of the knight after. Okay, that's an interesting line. Not so natural for me, but you know. Alright, let's look. Let's have one last look at that graph and see that it's good not to resign and try to push for the mistake. Okay. So far then we are doing pretty well today and there's no reason to stop that right now. Alright, Siktan Elkerutechan 2200 kilo and we go for the favorite same side elephant. Oh, I had a guy played exactly the same just before. So it go for Mio-san, which means I prefer to have that cannon. Oh no, it wasn't. I got trapped. I know the AI loves those kind of moves. Oh yeah, I mean I can read, but that's not a no, not yet. I'm learning, but you know, I was way faster learning Janggi rather than learning Korean because I prefer chess to language and I could use Western chess skills. Okay, so I don't know why I want to put my cannon there. I think that's stupid, but okay. Probably no, pushing is better. Alright, so he will exchange and open the other file so that he has the initiative with the rooks. But there's no huge pressure for me right now. Not yet. Better bring that one before. You could check, but that's and go there. Could be an idea. Because now if he brings the guard, there's no way for him to try to claim the exchange. There is some, yeah. Therefore, yeah, we just open up. We'll have a slight weakness there, but my idea is to push fast. Knight there, F1 goes. Yeah, looks like it's holding. Oh, he goes with the elephant. Knight there. Takes. And I'm happy, yeah. Don't know. Or even here. Okay, I go for that. Exploiting the weakness that there's no pawn that can come to defend it, because the rook is there. So he goes for a safe retreat. The danger is if I'm able to bring a cannon, which is not the case. Yet. Oh, 274. Targeting that little guy. Okay, I follow you on that. That's not developed piece, so that can't be a bad idea. And that elephant is doing a good job there, so well, I had in my head more things like hiding the king to be able to bring a cannon there, but that's a more straightforward idea. Let's see. Elephant takes, and the elephant can come back if he doesn't take, so that's good to have a safe square to come back. And if he doesn't, knight check, cannon there, but he will be like completely naked. Elephant there, cannon takes, push. Okay, that works very well. Okay. He looks really annoyed by those rooks. So now I have two ideas. The risky strat, get some play and open up the file and play with the rook, or secure the elephant, but that will suck for that rook. Even though there's not so much counterplay. Okay, I play safe. I go with the elephant. If the cannon goes back here, no, I cannot take because he goes back here and there is a double attack. Oh, that's a brave move. Or not so much. I can't go to the left because I lose this. Oh shit. Yeah, 65-64 was better indeed. Because better to lose that pawn rather than that chain and... No. Okay, I guess I don't have really the choice. Eesh. Okay. There. That's a bad rook. Oh, why is... Okay. Hmm. So all of the structure is holding for now, but yeah, when a knight will kick in, I can't guarantee how long it will hold. There, take, check. Okay, for now, still take it. Or maybe I don't.
(10초) 남았습니다.
Okay. I play safe. Yeah. Knight check. Rook check. Pawn there. And we have still the knight. Saving the day. That was the idea, but check. Push is the safe way.
(10초) 남았습니다.
All right. That's a messy situation once again. I think we got something from that. Because knight there is the way, and cannon takes. I think he forgot that the knight was covering, therefore that was not checkmate. And by moving the knight for attacking, that's blocking the self-defense. So now that's for free. And we may have that little guy kicking in, so I think that's game over pretty soon. What about cannon there? That looks interesting for sure. No.
10초 남았습니다.
I'm bad, but I saw that, sorry. Thanks for being my backup. Check. Yeah, that's enjoyable. Ooh. Cannon takes, and that sucks. So back home, and we have Mean cannon battery. So whatever I put here, that's almost checkmate. Guess what? There's nothing to bring. I need to recycle this. That looks natural. Checkmate. Yeah, but that's not something you really want. Okay. No, that's completely over. Radar missing a cannon on that verified. So we'll check back your move at some point like 65, 64. I think that was better because I forgot that he had that counterplay. But I would say he was better, but he blundered. Cannon there. That's a bit far-fetched.
(10초) 남았습니다.
Yeah, there is some good ideas. And after I sack, I go in the fortress and I pin the cannon. Okay. Rook there. And there is that nice move. King here. If we are able to do some discovery with the cannon, we have a free rook for us. So let's say cannon sack, rook check, king there,
10초 남았습니다.
rook check. I don't know. I just no. I had a free cannon, a free knight. Yeah. All right, let's take more time to calculate it. That check. Go there. Yeah, seems to work. The idea is not rook check. It is rook there. Threatening to take and checkmate in 2. And threatening checkmate in 1 with the diagonal. Never forget the diagonal in the fortress. And that's GG. A completely empty fortress. And the checkmate incoming. No, I won't go for a replay. Oh yeah, that's what I thought. I was dead, but he messed up. Okay. Did I miss a tactic or it was a bug? I'd move like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, around 10. No. So yeah, I'm trying to reach a particular move, but I think that's before. Okay, no, that's okay. Yeah, I think the big bar at the left blue is a bug. So we won't stop on that. Exchanging. Yeah, and there it was better to let the elephant there and take the file, because that's plus, yeah, from plus almost 1 to plus 0.1. Okay, the sack was advised by the bot, and here I think okay, let's just check what you said. Okay, so minus 7 57, sorry, and there, yeah, -1, so your move was better than mine. Okay, we go for a complete desperate situation for me. And takes, king takes, and there he missed something, I guess. Check. I think, yeah, knight here is not doing so much. Yeah, I take back the lead because the knight doesn't protect each other. But what goes for rook there, knight, king here. That's +2, and that's that's a knight move, because sooner or later the knight will be able to dislodge the cannon, since there's no real defense. Yeah, I don't know, things like this. Knight there, I would say. Okay, no, knight here to prevent that, probably. But there's nothing to do except being choken. Alright, again, nice comeback. I should try to have a clean wins. And I'll do probably one last game for today. So we are 4 victory, that's a nice performance so far then. And we try to get to half or from reaching the 5 dan, 5 dan. Sorry. I'm losing my English. Ah, outer elephant. Alright. I don't know what was that. Looks like a bug. So let's go.
Okay, let's go.
I don't know. My idea is simply to get rid of what's in the middle. Should have taken, I think, because I will be losing the tempo. Takes. No, okay, I wasn't hanging a rook. Almost. Yes. He moves back. I don't know where, but somewhere. I don't know. I'm so bad on that position. That should be a forbidden position, outer elephant. Or I should try to work on that. Alright, yes. Okay, there's a slight trap I'm looking for. Because if cannon takes, I don't know, the arrow are messed up. I can bring my cannon there and then check, and maybe there's something good that will come from that. Yes. Oh, okay. That's not nice, but okay. There. I have to pay attention about this also. Yeah, I was expecting this. not a huge surprise. Or maybe I should have gone back there for the cannon. I don't know. So rook there, very likely. Alright, we are not wrong on that. Yeah, I know she does. And I don't like it. Back there, that's a bit repetitive. I think this, but cannon there. And guard here. Oh, there is a... like, knight there, knight takes, rook takes check, king takes, elephant takes. There is the discovery after that. So that's still working. Alright. I could try this, but takes, elephant takes, knight takes check, and knight takes back, and I'm up a pawn, and he has an elephant for a guard, which is equal. Alright, opening the file. Yeah, that's a good idea. Check, go back. Yeah, I had a nice trap. A very nice trap, but I'm really thinking about sacrificing that rook because okay, let's do that. That's 12 point. What? Okay, so that's not a sacrifice anymore. No, he failed something because, I mean, I took a cannon and he took the quad. What? No, he failed. Can I take the bad idea? If rook there, then knight back. Yeah, I don't know. Check. I could check and waste some tempos. But that doesn't. I mean, I would love to bring the elephant, but I'm pinned. That was the idea. Oh, you mean bite that pawn? No, check and elephant takes. Okay, I think that's better for me to have his king on that bad spot. And I probably 65, 46. 65, 46. Yeah, not anymore because rook check, I move and elephant takes. I have to get rid of that so that when I bring the elephant, that will be deadly. Really. Okay, that's a way to get some time for calculation to play the repetition, and that also consume a few moves. I mean, that's really tempting because it comes like yeah. Or I sack elephant takes and I no. But that's check. I think that's the way to go. That will prevent the cannon from going there and there. That's an extra tempo. Really appreciated and probably a game changer. Alright, so we may take because we have this. Okay. Cannon there.
10초 남았습니다.
Yeah.
초 남았습니다. 초 남았습니다.
Okay, that's something is coming to me. And bishop 48. Woof. I'm not sure I will find something to do with the elephant there. And 25. Okay, we have cannon check. But now he has to deal with painful oh, there's a checkmate in one. There's a nice checkmate in one that's perfect to finish the day. So we have our cannon, and if we move the elephant on one side or another, then there is the checkmate. Alright, let's go to the side. That's better. We did it! Hop, let's see. Oh. No, something failed. Don't take into account the graph. There has been a mistake. We are still developing that. Okay, so we don't have the graph, but we can still path through and analyze this. So it was outer elephant. I'm happy to win against that annoying opening. I don't know what. I think he's better there. That's what I would say. Okay. Did something crash? I don't know what happened, but yeah, maybe no analysis. Okay, so no computer. Oh yeah, yeah, he messed up. So here there was a slight trap, let's say. Okay, I'll think like that. Check, have to move, and this forking both. Now I sack the rook against. So far then, that's not an issue. I take. That's the only move allowed. And now I have a discovery with my knight. But that's not... yeah, no. Knight there. And that's closing the deal because there. I could take the rook and that's protected, don't forget the elephant. And that would give me material. Yeah, no, computer is broken. So he went to avoid that with the king because when I check he can move after. So the rook sack was still the idea to go, but I mean I just had to take, and that would lead to a situation where I have slightly bad score, but it's like the same position, but he sacrificed the rook for a guard for no real reason. So here I'm way better in score. I just need to hold, and that's what I basically did. recycling the cannons. And here I saw he was forced there. And there is a checkmate to conclude that. Alright. Yeah, no, he's left. Okay, that was a very successful day. Quite a good shape. There was a few shaky games that we could steal, but that's 100%, 5 on 5, 5 done. So maybe next week same score and we'll be reaching the 6 done. But I can't guarantee that. Anyway, thank you for having followed that, and sorry for the little bugs remaining on the interface. We are working on that, and I wish you a nice weekend. Bye.